The reason why it feels like fearful avoidance is playing games with you is because you're not energetically at the same level. I don't want to say you're above them like in a narcissistic type way, but they are not on the same level. They're not on the same playing field as you are, and they know it. They know that you are a huge catch. They know that you have an it factor. They know that you are amazing on all levels. You got the physical in check. You've got the personality. You've got the intellect. You got it going on. You're very feminine if you are a woman, and this causes you a lot of problems. You would think that because you are firing on all cylinders, like you have it together, you know how to let him be a man, you know how to exude femininity, you just got it. You're a likable person at work, in different organizations, at church. People gravitate towards you. There's something energetically very special. Like you are someone who lives rent free in a lot of people's minds. Like they want you. There are a lot of men who don't even try to be with you because they know you're out of their league and they don't want to take that risk. So then you find this man and you're like, this is my guy. This is my equal match. This is my soulmate. This is my twin flame. This person and I, we share a soul. Like this is the man that I have been looking for my whole life, because it's not just about looks. Like he looks good, he's sexy, he's handsome, but he has everything. He's got the personality, he's funny, he's friendly, he helps you, he looks out for you. He's just got it going on. He's successful, and you're not a gold digger, so you're not like, I gotta have somebody that's rich, or it's none of that. You just click with this person, and then you start bumping into issues that you feel are unnecessary issues. You start feeling him pulling away. You feel him ghosting you, running from you. And it's so annoying. It's frustrating. It's maddening. It's like, here we go again. Like, I found my equal match, and now he's acting weird. He's acting goofy. He's doing all the things that you're like, uh-oh, here we go again. What is this about? It's because you're beautiful. It's because you're amazing. You're magical. You are all that. And you're triggering his junk. You're triggering it. So you're his it factor as well. You are his soulmate, his twin flame. It's just, can he get it together? It taps him into his insecurities. Am I successful enough? Because I want to give this woman everything. I want to be everything to her. And I don't know if I can be everything to her, because you're functioning at a very high level. And a lot of men say, I'm not intimidated by a woman. Well, then what is it? Like, how do you describe that there's something about you that they find highly appealing? They're highly attracted to you. You are there the one, and you might be the one that gets away. That is irritating to what people are now calling a chosen one, or somebody who's just, you got it. Like, you got it going on. If you got it going on in all areas, you're going to have a harder time finding your person. You just are. And even if you're a man and you got it going on in all areas, you're going to have a harder time finding the one that feels like a high-level soulmate or a twin flame. You're not going to find somebody as equally good looking as you, that you are as attracted to. And not only that, sometimes people who look really good, they can also have a different energy or a different frequency that they're operating on. And so it's easier for them to just accept mediocre. Because then when you get two high level people together, they're also not used to dealing with somebody on that high of a level, and then they can start messing up. Like, okay, now I don't want to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, act the wrong way. It's just easier to go with somebody who is at a lower frequency because they're both used to being treated well. And so in some ways, they may not have done all the work if they're only functioning from a place of, I look good and everyone pours into me. But if they've learned to be humble, to be selfless, to look out for other people, to think about the world at large, to be a humanitarian, to be kind, to be graceful, then they might could attract a high level person, but that high level person also has had to do a lot of the work, and sometimes they are behind. They're not where you need them to be, and you wake them up, and now they have to catch up. And as women, we feel like we don't have time. You are interacting with someone that you consider to be a high level soulmate or twin flame. There's going to be a break. There's going to be a time when you are not together, typically, where he does the pullback thing. We are allergic to fearful avoidance pullback game. Women are allergic to that. We hate that. We don't understand it. It's irritating and it's annoying, but just know that that's coming. So you got this guy that's doing everything. Like, he's saying all the right things. He is falling head over heels for you, and you know it. There is no question about it. Things are going smoothly. It's not one of those situations where you're questioning it, like, I think this guy might like me. I feel myself chasing him. I'm in denial because I don't want to admit that this guy is treating me like dirt, like the bottom of my shoe. Like, when you met a guy that you're in desperate mode and he's feeding your desperate mode. He's making you chase him. You feel like, I don't care what he does. I know I'm calling him 100 times. I'm chasing him. You know when you're in that mode, and that sucks. This is not one of those situations. This is high level. This guy is treating you well. He's taking you on amazing dates. He's calling you. He's texting you. He's attentive. He's doing acts of service. He's doing gifts. He's giving you gifts. Like, he is all in. Like, he is sacrificing for you. He is finding time for you. He is making things happen. And then, everything comes to a halt. We hate that point. Fearful avoidance. If you're doing that, we hate you. We can't stand you. Like, why are you pulling away when things are getting good? This is the point where we start to act out. We start begging, and then we start to ruin the relationship, sabotage it, because we're feeling weak. Wait, what happened? Like, I'm used to you treating me so well, and now you're running from me, you're pulling away from me. All the things that you used to do for me, now you don't want to do them. If I asked you to help me with something, you used to jump in there. Now you're too busy. I got work projects going on. I can't shift for you. It's like this guy has pulled away from you and back into his independence, his freedom, his, hey, what about me? I gotta work on me. I don't want to be energetically connected with you. It's too much, because you are amazing. You're beautiful. You're gorgeous. You're sexy. You are independent. You're sweet. You're all the things that I want. But now I'm realizing my life is a hot ass mess. So I got to pull back because I'm not ready for this. Like there is a moment where fearful avoidant wakes up. And when he wakes up, everything comes to a screeching halt. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you pull back, if you come closer. It is easier for you, high value woman, if you are worn out. Like you have here we go again, been there, done that. Here comes this pattern and I'm out. Like you've acted it out with other people. You've gone through the highs and lows. You've chased, you've acted stupid, you've betrayed yourself. You've done things that you wish you had never done. You just made a pure fool of yourself for some dude who ended up not being worth it and nothing, and it didn't work out anyway. So you gotta be exhausted, like worked all of that energy out. Unless you're new to relationships and your self-esteem and your confidence is so high at this point because you haven't experienced heartbreak or anything like that. So you might be still at a naturally higher vibration where you're like, look, I know I'm all that. I ain't chasing you. I don't know what you're doing, but bye. Unless you are still at that point, I think most of the people watching this video have been through some ish, right? So you could be so damn worn out at this point that you're like, F you, I don't care what you do. I'm done. I'm for real, for real. I'm not chasing you. And you will know that you are at that point if you do not feel the need to give him ultimatums. Like you're not speaking it, you're not telling him, hey, want to go for coffee? Or hey, want to come over? Hey, want to come hang out with me? Hey, I was thinking about you. I love you. I miss you. I'm blowing up your phone. I'm texting you even though you've pulled away from me. And you're not telling him, if you don't get your back here right now, this is over. Like he's acting, let's say he hasn't completely pulled away, but you feel him pulling away. And so you're giving him speeches, like, I'm done with you. I'm not going to do this anymore with you. You're not even, like you are so past the lecture, the ultimatum stage. You've been there and you've done that with other dudes and you ain't doing it this time. If you want to leave, take your, and I don't mean to sound mean, I'm being a little feisty, but you're kind of in your mind, like take your on, and I'm not begging, I'm not chasing, I'm not calling, I'm not giving ultimatums, I'm not doing that shit. So if you want to bring your ass back at some other point, it might be too blankety blank late at that point because I don't know what to do with this energy. Because before we were flowing, it made sense, it was pretty easy, but you're pulling back for a reason and it ain't me. I mean, be totally comfortable with doing self-checks and hey, did I say something? Did I do something? It's okay to self-evaluate so that you are functioning at your highest level. But there are a lot of men who can't handle the highest level. They would rather crap, trash, mediocre, one note, sexy. That's going to get old eventually. You energetically, you want to have a deeper relationship. You want to have a loving relationship, a respectful relationship. Doesn't mean it has to be perfect. Doesn't mean that you're not grouchy ever or that he's not grouchy or that you don't say the wrong thing sometimes. But energetically, you want healthy, you want balanced, you want fun, you want it to flow. And it doesn't mean that you don't hit points where you both have to reevaluate, or maybe you lose your job, and it puts you in a different frame of mind, but you're supporting each other through it. It doesn't mean that. We're talking about that I'm ghosting you phase that inevitably comes when you have a very like energetically high level soulmate twin flame relationship where the two of you are connecting. This guy might be pulling back because Jesus, and please forgive me for cussing. God, I'm sorry about that. But you, he might have somebody else for you. This might have just been another step in the preparation. And I know you hate it because you feel very attached to this guy. I really believe sometimes God will get this person to move back because they're ultimately not going to be what you need and what you want. And what you're getting into is a potential big mess because there's so much that they need to iron out and they hadn't done the work. So there could be some other woman at that point with the man that you're going to eventually be with. And so then he starts to do the work. So then when he meets you, he's ready. So you could sometimes we're preparing men for other people and they're preparing a man for us. I know that doesn't sound sexy, but it truly is the way that it is. Like you want your man to have worked through his junk. And a lot of times, the only way that he's worked through his junk is that he bumped into someone who could have been an amazing relationship and he wasn't ready. So now he's pulling back. He's acting a fool. He's acting stupid. He's going backwards. Maturity wise, I keep hearing the word immature. For some reason, you might be dealing with a guy who's just immature, who would be great later, but do you want to wait for him? Because guys tend to have the patience to know when they're not ready and to stop and do the work. Women, we're like multitasking. Like, let's keep going. Let's do the work while we're together and keep working at our jobs and doing all the things. Like, we want to keep moving forward and working on ourselves and be with you. Men, they don't multitask. It's I'm laser focused on one thing, and that is for some reason I have been triggered and now I want to run away from you like you are a monster, and now I got to do the work. So you chasing them is going to make them run harder. You pulling away from them may not make them chase you. It might make them chase you temporarily and then they halt again and have to do the work. So it could be a stop, go, but I think you need to step back, try to give him the space to do the work, and be open to a new love interest that's going to be coming in for you. And that's what's going to happen to some of you that are listening right now in this moment. It's super painful. It's so hard. It's so hard. You probably think about him all day long, every day, wondering what he's doing, thinking about the fun moments that you had, reflecting to see, did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? And sometimes you could be at the point where you're like, I didn't do anything wrong. Like I truly, honestly didn't. I'm not going to punish myself. I'm not going to do the whole, I could have been better. It's my fault. I should. No, sometimes you didn't do nothing wrong except for be beautiful, gorgeous, sexy, intelligent, sweet, compassionate, kind, loving, fun. You didn't do anything but be a twin flame and a soulmate. That is what you did wrong. And therefore, there's nothing you can do. You have sent this man into deeper healing. And I really think the best thing, which is the hardest thing to do, is if you can pull back, get busy. That's what they do. They start pouring themselves into work. But just know this man is obsessed with you. He doesn't want you to be with anybody else. If he is a really good person, a really high level dude, he's going to be doing the work and praying that he can get back to you before you find someone else, because he doesn't want some other dude having his good thing. Okay? He doesn't want anybody else to have you, but he recognizes that he's not ready yet. He's not there. He's damaged from his previous relationship, or he could be in another relationship and he's falling hard for you and he needs time to get out of that other relationship. Sadly, unless you're that person. I mean, that's just the truth. So he's obsessed with you. He's thinking about you. He's missing you. He loves you. He's probably more than likely fallen deeply, madly, crazy in love with you. But now he's at his freak out point. Freaked out, where he wakes up and says, uh-oh, who am I? Am I prepared for a woman like this? Like, I want to give her my everything and I can't do that. So it's a super painful point for both of you. He might be freaked out because he's just like, wow, like, it's like he just wakes up. And when men wake up, fearful, avoidant men wake up, they wake up to this reality that they feel like they can't handle the relationship. They feel overwhelmed by it, scared by it, terrified by it, and you awakened that. But then a woman who's with that fearful avoidant feels like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I just know that I feel duped, like you hooked me in. Also, this guy's probably acting out. He's sabotaging the relationship. He's being a smart aleck, or he's saying things to push you away, or he's saying things like he seems to be doing things like, now I just want to sleep with her. Like he's trying to force you into that category and out of the I'm a whole person category. So be careful of that. Don't fall for the okie doke. That will not keep him. That will make him turn into a dog and possibly turn you into an HO. So you do not want that. You don't want to give him your integrity. You don't want to change and do all these different things because it didn't work out in the moment for you and him. And sometimes he just isn't the one. He just isn't. There's somebody better that's coming through for you, and God is blocking. He's protecting you from a really terrible, chaotic relationship because there's somebody else who's coming through for you, and you got to let them come through. Be careful of changing yourself completely for someone who has not earned it and who hasn't deserved it. You want him to remember you in an amazing light. You want to be the one that got away. We do not dumb ourselves down for a relationship that isn't working. Never, ever, ever do that. You want to stay on a high level because you're a high level person. And you got to have a guy who can meet that energy. That's the goal. The goal is you want a man who can match your frequency, who's ready, who's like, bring it. Bring it. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for love. I'm ready to love you the way that you need to be loved, the way you want to be loved. I'm ready to cherish you. I'm ready to be excited about our love, about what we're going to do together, about what we can accomplish, and just about just being your friend, to being your lover, to being the person that, like, I'll do anything for you type energy. Like, I want to make you happy. I want to look out for you. I've got your best interests in mind. I care about not hurting you. That's what you want. And if a man pulls back so hard, that's a clue that, it's a bit of a red flag. It could be his intimacy cycle. So I would say give it some time. let him pull back, but we don't chase. When fearful avoidant goes into that pull away mode, you want to see if he can bounce back. And a lot of times these guys come back when it's too late because somebody else has already swooped in, and that's the lesson that they have to learn. You may be on the side feeling sorry for him, like, oh, look at what he's going through, or his life was so tough, and that's what. It's really not your job. Is he your husband? He's not your husband. You don't owe him that. You don't owe him that. If you're in a committed relationship with each other, then yes, you can look out for each other. You can help each other to heal. But as long as he took himself out of your energy, and he's going to realize that he was benefiting from your energy. I mean, things were going well for him. He was more successful. Things were moving forward. When he takes himself out of your energy, you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him, I feel sorry for him, or he had a tough life and I have so much empathy for him. You don't owe him any of that. You don't need to try to fix things for him, send him a therapist. You're none of that. You don't owe him that. If he's your husband, yes. But I mean, if he's pulled away from you, you don't owe him anything. You don't owe him I personally, well, let me not say that. But I just say you don't owe him anything because he's not yours. Let him pull back and deal with his own junk. But when he comes back, he may come back to a surprise. I'm taken. I've moved on. So sorry that you hadn't done the work because I'm over here by myself doing the work. Like I'm working through my junk and trying to figure out how I can be the best mate possible when he arrives. I'm working through my fears, and maybe he hadn't bumped into someone who could help him. You know, sometimes you're coasting along because you're fearful avoidant. Everything is going okay. Things are smooth. There's no need to do any work. He doesn't know what work needs to be done until he meets you. And what you really want is for him to do the work while he's with you. Like, let me help you and guide you. But a lot of times men will pull back. They are masculine. I don't want to be emasculated by you. So I got to figure this out. But like I said, a lot of times it's a clue that he isn't the one, as painful and as upsetting as that is. So you can use your imagination to fill in the gaps of the pain that you're feeling, like imagining the two of you together and enjoying it. But try not to get into a pattern where you are sacrificing your life for someone who has walked away from you. That ain't cool. No, you don't owe him that. You might feel like I'll never meet anybody like him again. How do you know? How do you know you're not going to find better? You want to function at a very high frequency, like I'm expecting better, whether that's him coming back better, and you want to train him that I'm not accepting crumbs. And by that, I don't mean that you are an impossible person, that, oh no, you've just, everything has to be perfect. You need to be 6 figures or more. You've got to bow down to me. Like, no, we're in a relationship and we're enjoying each other and it's fun and it's peaceful and we're getting along. And when we reach conflict, we work through it together. Not somebody who totally lets go. And like I said, it might be that he needs that time to work through some things. Give him that chance, but at the same time, stay open. That doesn't mean that you stop dating or that you stop being open for the next person that's coming your way. If a really good catch comes along, take him. Get to know him. Be open. We don't stop for a man and we don't chase a man. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care that, we live in a world where I've known men who bought expensive shoes, expensive jewelry. Like they're trying to buy this man And then years later, they're mad when the guy is not chivalrous, when he doesn't step up to the plate. Well, you trained him not to. So you want a man. You want a sexy, handsome gentleman that you give space to have a role in this life, and you don't take it by, I have babies, I breastfeed, hold my own doors, I carry all the heavy things, I drive us to our dates. I don't give you a role at all. That ain't a relationship, honey. So the moral of the story is we let him pull back. We do not chase and we do not wait. No matter how tempting it is. I'm waiting for him to get his ish together because he's so amazing. No, he might just miss the train. He might miss the bus, okay? He might miss the bus. That's the risk he chose to take. In the meantime, you're doing your beauty treatments. You're putting on your creams. You're playing with new hairstyles. You're going shopping and you're getting beautiful clothes. You are elevating because the right guy can handle your elevation. He can handle your sexiness. He can handle your sweetness. I mean, imagine this guy can't handle your compassion, your sweetness. Now, if you're acting out, you're being a jerk, you're on the rebound, you're being a person who's functioning on a low vibration, expecting a man on a high vibration, then he's pulling away because you need to do some work on yourself. So we're not trying to come through and be a jerk. That's not cool either. You should not. Why do you want to spend your whole life being a jerk? Even if you're a female, why would you want to do that? You want a pleasant, mature relationship. So give that man space. We giving you space, but we're not waiting. If you come back and I'm available and you have stepped up your game even more and you're showing me that, then yeah, I'll give you another chance. Sure. I think that's okay for him to go and do some work on himself. That's okay. But we're not waiting and we're not chasing. We're giving you the space that you just showed me that you needed. In the meantime, I'm moving forward in some type of way. I'm going to force myself to move forward, whether that's writing another book. I've written 3 books, by the way, that you might want to check out. But yeah, I'm moving forward with self-discovery, with new hobbies, with elevating myself, with understanding myself. I'm moving forward. And if you come back and we're both still available and you've shown me that you've leveled up and you're ready, then let's go for it. But if you're coming back and you're just like, hey, I'm trying to sleep with you, I'm going to see if I can call you once a week, and that's good enough. Can I come over at midnight for you know what? But then you don't fall for that. That's not where we're going to start when you come back. No way. No. We're going to start in a place of intelligence, kindness. We're going to start with hearing an apology from you, with you owning up to your poor actions and decisions without me having to lecture you about it. We can have a conversation about how we move forward. So, yeah, keep your vibration high. We're not dumbing down for nobody. Even if that means that you have to be single, that's okay. I mean, you might not like being single or want to be single or feel like things have worked out fairly for you. They probably have not worked out fairly for you, but we're not going to, I mean, it doesn't really work energetically when you dumb down yourself for somebody. Now, if you cussed him out all the time and you were mean, that's something that you need to change. Okay? So let's work on it. Fearful avoidance. If you are somebody who's strong on their pullback game, you need to work on that. Women don't like that. So I'm going to leave you on that note. Women don't like when men pull back. We can't stand that. We don't have the patience or the tolerance for it. We don't understand it. It's weird to us and it's annoying. Sorry, I just have to tell you the truth. So, everybody keep working on yourself and keep expecting your amazing person because they're coming.